All right, so I've been wanting to upload this video for a while now, but I was sick the past couple weeks, so I couldn't, but I'm good now. One of the most common questions that I've been getting is like, Thomas, how do I get my first client on Upwork? Or like, Thomas, I just created my Upwork account, but I'm having trouble, signing my first client. So I thought I'd make this video. Um, I think I've had, some pretty decent success on Upwork. I've learned a couple things on my own. So I think I know a thing or two on how to get clients. So I thought I'd make this video to share, like, if I were to start over, or if I were to put myself, or if I were to start from scratch, how I would put myself in the best possible position to get my very first client. And I've said this before, I think, but once you sign your first client, it's a lot easier to get your second, your third, fourth, whatever. So yeah, first client, very important. But I would maybe argue that it's probably the hardest. Just starting from the absolute beginning, you'll notice that I'm on my profile. I'm not even talking about, or I'm not even going to get started in this video, at least, on the jobs or actually applying. I'm starting from the beginning. So this video is going to be part one, because if I just made it one video, it's probably going to be multiple hours, I think. So yeah, just starting from scratch, your profile. One of the most important things, because it's the first thing that people see when you apply to their job. So this is your profile. You'll notice I get a lot of people saying like, I'm having trouble signing my first client, and they say it's because they don't have a high job success score, they don't have this badge, or they don't have high earnings. And yes, I agree, like, it does help for sure, but that doesn't mean it's impossible to sign a client if you don't have, like, 100% job success score, or if you don't have any earnings at all, if you're just brand new. It's not impossible. It does help with all of this, with experience or whatever. But again, a lot of people just say it's because of their lack of experience that they're not able to sign clients, and I would disagree. So yeah, I'm gonna go over everything. So starting from the profile picture, I would say it's one of the most important things that a lot of people look over. I get a lot of people just saying, hey Thomas, can you review my profile? And I take a look, and the first thing I see, or the first thing that I like just instantly go, okay, you need to fix this, is their profile picture. A lot of people, like, their profile pictures on Upwork is just, for lack of a better term, just not good. I'm not saying it has to be like a professional, like a super super professional, like crazy photo. Like, this is just a selfie. Like, my profile picture is just a selfie, and I just change the background, right? But a lot of people just don't do that. They have, like, and they take like weird angles. They're not even looking at the camera, or like the background, there's like, they have their friends in the background, or they have a picture with their dog or something like that. This is your Upwork profile picture. It's not like an Instagram picture. You have to be somewhat professional. Again, you don't have to like go crazy with it. You don't have to like wear a suit or anything, like that. Like, you might be wondering why, like, I'm emphasizing the profile picture so much. It's really important. I don't think people understand how important your profile picture is. It's one of the first things that clients see. So I've been on both sides, where I'm the freelancer, and I've also been in the client's perspective, where I'm hiring other freelancers. And again, like, this is what it looks like on their end, on the client's end, when they post a job and they're looking through the different freelancers. You'll notice the first thing you see, obviously, here's the cover letter, here's the title, whatever, their job success score, all of that. But one of the first things they see is the profile picture, and it's one of the biggest things that people just often overlook. And you'll notice, like, you see all these photos. They're simple, somewhat professional. They're not super crazy. They don't have crazy backgrounds with, like, I've gotten a lot of, like, I've done a lot of like profile reviews, and a lot of them, like, a lot of you guys, like, your profile pictures always had like something in the background, where it's like a dog, or like their friends, or like a bunch of buildings. You don't want crazy backgrounds. Something simple is good. Yeah, just something simple, professional. is good. Again, like something like this, I would not recommend. This is a little, like, it's too dark. I can't really see the person. Computer in the background, not a big fan. But yeah, it's really important, much more than you think. It just shows your professionality, how serious you're taking Upwork. It starts from the profile picture. I just want to put that out there. So this is a website that I took a look at, that you can use. I'll put it in the description. Kind of just goes over how you can, have a good profile picture. No AI photos, good lighting, like I just mentioned. Simplify the background, really important. You don't want to have a crazy background, a busy background. Make it simple. You can like take your picture and just type like background removers, background remover tools. On Google, you'll find free tools that you can use to remove the background, and then you can replace the background with like a color, which is what I did, and which is what a lot of these people did as well. Like this person just removed the background and replaced it with white. Same here with blue, with yellow. So that's something you could do. Focus on your face, again, important. I like to make sure that you have like shoulder up the camera. Anything below that I feel like is a bit too much. You don't want to show like your entire body. Just something like here up is a good angle. Again, look at the camera. Don't take a profile picture where you're like looking over there or somewhere crazy. Again, I don't think you have to wear a suit or anything like that, but dress normally. So yeah, take a look at this. I'll put the website in the description. So yeah, that's the profile picture. I spent quite a bit of time on that because it's important. It's the first thing that people look at when you apply. You want to leave a good impression. Okay, next, the title. So you'll notice my title is somewhat simple. It makes it clear. And again, why the title is important? Because it's one of the first things that clients see. Same with the profile picture. You'll notice like this video is like how to sign your first client or how to get your first client. But I'm not even gonna talk about the actual cover letter, the actual proposal, portfolios, stuff like that at all in this video. And that's because there's so much other stuff that people just skip over that they think it's not that important, when in actuality it is. Because if you don't optimize your profile, I don't know, like, to be honest, I don't know what Upwork deems as, if you notice, again, this is the client's perspective. When they post a job and you apply to their job, Upwork will choose who's the best match. So they'll have a best match badge right here. Says this freelancer has been selected based on their work history and fit with your job. So you want to be part of this best match. You want to be one of the people that show up with this blue badge. Otherwise, you're just going to be like a bit lower and you're not going to have the badge. It's going to look like this. And it just doesn't look as good. I think you're more likely to get hired if you have this badge. So you want this badge. Now, how you get this badge? Upwork doesn't tell you exactly, but what I found is that it starts with your profile. Now, there's some things that you can't really control, like for example, like work history, job success score, top rated badge, whatever. If you're just starting out, you're not gonna have, you might not even have a job success score. You're definitely not gonna have a badge, whatever. So that's out of your control. That's not really something that you can do. So, but I wouldn't really concern myself with that. Concern yourself with things that you can control, which is your profile picture, your title, and also your skill sets, which I'm going to talk about. But anyways, the reason why titles are so important is because it's one of the first things that they see. But a lot of people skip over it. They think it's not that important. You want to make sure that your title is simple, it's clear, it's short, and it relates to the job. So this job that I posted was, looking for a video editor, and you notice the title, this person's title, professional video editor, YouTube video editor. Perfect, right? It's short, it's simple, and it relates to the job, or the job that I posted. Video editor, long, short form content, 10 plus million views, whatever. Video editor, content creator, independent filmmaker. These are all great examples. I'm going to try to find a not so great example. Okay, this one, bringing your vision to life frame by frame. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this title because it doesn't it doesn't have anything to do, or it doesn't tell me that you're a video editor. I can kind of assume that you are, but I don't know. I'm just not personally a big fan of it. So yeah, something like this, edit for video edit for logo edit. Like, there's spelling mistakes. This is just not a good title. So yeah, if your title is something like this, it affects like your hiring rate. I think like people like this will tell me like they're having trouble, getting hired. And then I'll look and then I'll see your title and it's something like this. So it doesn't even start from the actual proposal or the cover letter that you're sending. It starts from the beginning, your profile picture and your title. Make sure it's related to the job that you're applying to. So even something like this guy put voice actor plus video editor. So I am looking for a video editor, which is good, but I'm not looking for a voice actor. And I don't know, to be honest, I don't like it when the title has, like, as a client, I don't like it when the title has something that I'm not really looking for. Like, I'm not looking for a voice actor. There's no need for you to put voice actor, at least when you're applying to my job. I'd rather just hire someone who's a pure video editor than someone who's a video editor plus a voice actor plus a script writer plus a logo designer plus a music producer. Like, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a video editor, So the best titles are, something like this: professional video editor, YouTube video editor, done. Video editor, long form and short form content. Perfect, right? So look at other freelancer profiles in your niche. You could go here, look at talent, look for like social media manager or video editor, whatever, and just look at their profiles. Look at the top, freelancers and see their titles, so that you can kind of write your own. All right, now the third thing that I'm going to discuss in this part 1 video of your profile is the skills. You'll notice that it's another one of those things that show up as one of the first things that the client sees is your skill sets. It shows up right here. And you might not think it's that important, but it is. Because even if the client doesn't see this, Upwork will. So you'll notice again the best match, how they come up with this best match badge. They look at your title, they look at your work history, whatever. Obviously work history, there's nothing you could do if you're just starting from scratch. But they also look at your skill sets. Do your skill sets match what the job listing is looking for or what the client is looking for? If this client, which is me, is looking for a video editor and you have in your skill sets, something random like logo design or, let me see, t-shirt design, logo design, like drone or voice acting, voiceover, voice recording, Upwork is not going to put you as a best match. You see what I mean? So it's important to have, your skill sets match, the jobs that you're applying to. And that also kind of goes into, I'm going to talk about this in, a future part, maybe part 2 or part 3. But part of, getting hired is applying to the right jobs. If you're, like if I was this guy, number one, I would choose. I would either choose between voice actor or video editor and just stick with that, because like even these voice acting jobs, like they're not going to be looking for a video editor, And these video editing jobs, most likely they're not going to be looking for a voice actor. So you're just kind of hurting yourself by saying that you offer two things that are completely separate. Like they're not really in the same niche. Like video editing and graphic design, okay, I can understand that's in the same niche. But video editor and voice actor, it doesn't really match. So I would say pick one and just apply to those jobs, and then make your profile centered around that. So if you want to go voice acting, make your profile about voice acting only. So for example, this guy, if he wants to go the voice acting route, make your profile centered around voice acting. Change your title to something just voice acting. Change your skill sets to just voice acting, and then apply to only voice acting jobs. Don't apply to video editing jobs. And then most likely he would be part of the best match. So yeah, that would be my advice to this guy. And maybe some people who are watching, change your profile picture, change your title, and make changes to your skill sets to make it relate to whatever job, whatever niche you're in, whatever jobs you're applying to. It's very important. It's step number one before you even get into any of the cover letter stuff or the portfolio stuff. This is step number one: profile picture, title, skill sets. But a lot of people just skip over it, and then they go, Thomas, I'm not getting hired. Why am I not getting hired? Here's my cover letter. That shouldn't be the first thing you send me. The first thing you send me should be your Upwork profile, so that I could take a look at your profile picture, your title, and your skill sets. And then I'll start asking you, okay, what type of jobs are you applying to? Do they match? What type of portfolio do you have? Then I'll start getting into, the cover letter stuff. But before that, step number one: profile picture, title, skill sets. And then do they match the job that you're applying to? So yeah, you'll notice when you're like applying to these jobs, right here, it has these skill sets. You want to apply to jobs where these skill sets or these skills that the client put in their job listing match what you have in your profile. So for example, this job, if there's something like email marketing and right here, thought leadership, content, whatever, that's not something that I have in my where is it? My skill sets. I don't have email marketing in my skill sets. So honestly, like, you should not be applying to these jobs. I should not be applying to this job. Facebook advertising. I don't offer, or I don't have Facebook advertising in my skill sets. I'm not planning on offering Facebook advertising. So I should not be applying to these jobs. Right? I mean, it sounds obvious, but I think there's a lot of people that kind of look over this kind of stuff. All right, so this is part one of how to get your first client. I try to keep it simple and just focus on the points, the main points. I think part two, I'm gonna get into like the type of jobs that you should apply to, how often you should apply, stuff like that. And then I think part three will be, the actual cover letter, the portfolio, stuff like that. And then maybe part four will be like the closing, the getting on calls, the messaging, stuff like that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I will be releasing part two soon.